Hello everyone, welcome to Live Interactive English. I'm Mike.
I'm Rainbow.
And it's part 2 of our look at how to level up your search skills or be better at Google. That's basically what we're talking about.
Google it right.
Google really well, like a professional. Exactly. You know, yesterday, you guys might remember, I was looking for this Japanese restaurant that you told me about.
Yes.
And it was really hard because you forgot the name, which is, you know, normal. You go to a place a few months later, you forget the name. We looked for it and we got like 1,000 results of Japanese restaurants in Taipei. So we're still kind of looking.
So I have some good news for you.
Yeah.
The news is I actually found the name of the restaurant.
Oh, great.
But it's a little bit confusing because I found 2 restaurants with the same name and I can't remember which one it was because it's also in the same area.
Sure, they're both like Sakura Sushi or something like that. Ah, okay.
I don't know what to do.
Well, do you remember the restaurant that you went to, the one you're thinking? Was it really new or like really old?
It seemed like it was kind of new, like probably half a year.
Okay, well here's an idea. I know that in Google, there's a tool that Google has right there on the website, and you can actually search by dates.
The dates of the search?
Yeah, basically you can sort of say search for the past year. So if you know that the one you're thinking of is new, hopefully the other one would be older than that. And if we give it just like search for a year, it'll just cut out all the things that have been there for more than a year.
That's
all the
so cool.
old places.
I didn't know about this tool.
Yeah, well, it's one of the really cool tools that Google has, and we're going to learn about that and some other ones to help you level up your search skills right now. Maybe we'll find the restaurant we've been looking for.
Yes, we'll find it quickly.
What if you want results from one particular source, like a news website that you trust, and not from anywhere else on the web? Just enter your search terms as normal, leave a space, and then type site, followed by the site's web address. For example, to search the New York Times website for any mention of Taiwan, type the search string Taiwan site, www.nytimes.com.
All right, so level up your search skills. Let's look at part 2, see what we can learn today. Now here it asks another question about something that, you know, might happen, something that you might be wanting to look for on Google. It says, what if you want results from one particular source, like a news website that you trust, and not from anywhere else on the web? Now, this would be really useful if you're looking for only one source, or maybe you know it's from that source, the thing that you saw before, so you don't want to waste your time getting stuff from other. You're like, I saw this in this place, I know it's there, let me just find it. I know it was on one particular website. Not all of the others like it, just one particular one.
So I really like this word because it's similar to 2 other words we learned yesterday.
Specific.
So today, specific and
exact.
Exact, that's right. So specific, exact, particular, they're all synonyms, which means they mean the same thing. So a particular thing is a specific thing. So if you say, I'm looking for a particular type of clothing. So it's gonna be something that you want, that you know exactly what it looks like, and people try to recommend the other stuff. You're like, no, that's not the one I was looking for. So let me give you an example. For the past week, my daughter has wanted only to watch one particular TV show. So I'm like, you know, you should try watching something else.
But anyways, all of these shows and of course Google searches are done on the web.
Yes.
Now when we talk about the web in any kind of computer, digital, smartphone kind of way, we're talking about the internet.
Not a spider web.
Not a spider web, right? Well, we call it the web because it's basically a bunch of connected networks that join together, sort of like, if you use your imagination, like a spider web. Of course, it doesn't look the same. It works in a totally different way. But instead of saying cyberspace or the internet or the interweb, you can just say the web, meaning the internet, all that information that's shared by all the computers around the world.
You can find
yes.
just about anything on the web.
You can even find the example sentence that I didn't read there. Exactly right.
The other day, I Googled how to change a toilet cover.
Okay.
And I found it on the internet. And so I changed my own toilet cover because of YouTube.
That's fantastic.
So
I'm very proud of you. This is a very unique thing to search for.
Yeah, it is.
On the internet.
Very specific.
All right, so let's say we want to find something from a specific website, like toilet covers for you.
.com.
Okay, and we don't want to find it from anywhere else. So what do we do?
So the next sentence says, just enter your search terms as normal.
Okay.
Leave a space.
Okay.
And then type site.
The actual word site.
Colon.
Okay.
Followed by the site's web address.
Okay, so
Wait,
how
can you
to change
explain
a toilet cover, space, site,
colon, YouTube.
YouTube, or toilet covers for you, if you
.com.
know that it came from there. All right.
Cool.
But first, of course, you put in your search as normal,
Yeah.
or your normal search, what you would do anytime. Doing the other stuff, that will help you find it earlier. But of course, anytime you're looking for something in Google, the normal thing is to type in what you're looking for. Something normal, this adjective means it's usual, it's expected.
Every day.
It's not strange or scary or special or surprising in any way. It's very, very normal.
And what's the opposite of normal?
Odd, unusual, strange, special, surprising, things like that. For example, please call during normal business hours, all right? 9 to 5 or 9 to 6, Monday to Friday. Those would be normal business hours for most companies.
Yes, and here's another thing. If you want to learn a little bit of a more difficult word, you can say that something that's not normal is called abnormal. So that's A-B in front. And then abnormal, that means not normal. So of course, you can search for anything that's a normal search on the internet, or you can search for anything that's abnormal as well. Okay, the next sentence. For example,
Okay, so this is how it would work, yeah?
to search the New York Times website for any mention of Taiwan. Okay, so New York Times is that newspaper from New York that everybody reads in the world. Type the search string Taiwan space site colon www.nytimes.com. So that's the website for newyorktimes.com. So after the colon, after the site, you have to type the whole URL, so the whole www, so that Google knows where you're searching from.
And that'll bring you exactly to what you're looking for on the exact website you are looking for. That sounds pretty easy.
That sounds cool.
Especially if you're looking for things you already saw, you're doing research and you need to go back to a place that you found something. This will help you just save a bunch of time and not have to kind of go through all the other choices. All right, let's take a break and then we'll be back with more good search tips.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。我们今天要来学习更多的搜寻诀窍哦。课文提到说，要是你想要得到某个特定来源的搜寻结果，该怎么办呢？你只要跟平常一样，输入你要搜寻的字词，接着空一格，输入 site 冒号，也就是网站冒号。然后呢，你再输入特定网站的网址就可以了。我们这边先补充一下，冒号的英文是 colon，C-O-L-O-N colon。那么再来看课文单字 particular， 它只是形容特定的、特别的。那这个单字呢，跟我们前一天学到的 specific 算是同义字，有时候它们是可以替换的同义字。那 Rainbow 老师刚刚用到 synonym， 它是拼音作 S-Y-N-O-N-Y-M， synonym 表示这个同义字的 的意思。好，那例句写到说，我女儿啊只想看一个特定电视节目，听起来那个节目会让人看上瘾诶。这时候我们可以用 addictive。addictive 是形容令人上瘾的，使人着迷的。那在下一个单字是 web 就表示全球资讯网。Mike 老师刚刚说到这个 cyberspace 也可以指网络空间，我们就可以用 in cyberspace 来表达在网络上，在网络世界。好，再来看 normal 是形容正常的、一般的，那它的反义词是在前面加上 ab 变成 abnormal， 那就是不正常的、反常的。好，这边一个重点，我们进入文法时间。好，我们来看这个重点。What if 问号，就是说要是怎么样该怎么办？要是会怎么样？那么 what if 后面的子句你可以用直说法或者是用假设法来表达跟事实相反的情况。举例来说 ，What if it rains？ 要是下雨怎么办啊？这时候我们用直说法，你看到 it rains 它是时态照正常变化哦。What if you won the lottery? What would you do with the money? 要是你中乐透会怎么样呢？你会怎么样运用那笔钱呢？这件事情没有发生，可是我们子句是用过去式的动词 won， 所以这边是用假设法表示哦。再来 ，what if 它还可以指什么什么又怎样，又有什么关系呢？举例来说 ，So what if they don't like it? I don't care. 他们不喜欢又怎样？我不在乎啊。好，那我们接着回到课文中。
Of course, all of these searches that have been mentioned so far would return older as well as newer results. But what if you only want the latter? Easy. Take a look under the search bar on the right-hand side. You should see a link for Tools. Click this, and a filter will appear that allows you to choose results from the past week, month, year, or from any time frame of your choice. And best of all, you can use all of these search methods at the same time. In fact, combining these tricks in a single search will ensure you get the most relevant results possible. So go on, give these techniques a try, and become a master of Googling.
Okay, so using the right words, knowing which site you found the information on or where you're looking for it, this can all save you a lot of time. But there can still be a lot of results, right? Like at Taiwan, New York Times, you'd get every article that they've written about Taiwan, maybe going back 5 or 10 years. That might be way more than you want.
Too many. Okay, so the next sentence says, of course, all of these searches that have been mentioned so far would return older as well as newer results. But what if you only want the latter? That means the later one or the newer results. What do you do then?
Right. The former would be the older results, the latter, the later ones, as it said in that sentence just before. Well, what do you do if you only want the newer results? It says easy. This is no problem. Easy. Take a look under the search bar on the right-hand side. So imagine you're looking at the Google page with that little window where you type in your word. Well, over on the right-hand side under the search bar, you should see a link for Tools. Click this and a filter will appear that allows you to choose results from the past week, month, year, or from any time frame of your choice. So there you go. You can look at this, use this tool, and it will give you options for when do you want this search to look for things. What time of the results are the ones that you're looking for, and then that will bring you to the link that really is the one you're looking for.
Yes, and here we come to this word link, which is the www or the website. So that's called the link. So in web terms, in internet terms, that's called a link, but in real life, link is something that connects. So a website is something that you can connect to. You can download the video with this link. So I can click it, I can download it. Okay, next sentence. And best of all, you can use all of these search methods at the same time. Cool. You can do the quotations, the minus, the cite, the tools. In fact, combining these tricks in a single search all at once will ensure you get the most relevant results possible. So the one I really want, that's what that means. So go on, give these techniques a try and become a master of Googling.
That would
what
be great.
does that mean to be a master of Googling?
Well, to be a master of anything, this is a noun, means you're really skilled and good at something.
Oh, like
right?
Kung Fu master.
A Kung Fu master would probably teach other people because they're so good, they can be a teacher or a coach or something like that. If you're a master of Kung Fu or cooking or playing a musical instrument or playing a computer game, you've probably done it for many, many, many hours. You have very high skill. You've leveled up many times or something like that. But basically, you're so good at it, you can probably teach other people, and you might be one of the best people at this activity that you know, or even in the world. For example, Gary is a chess master who hasn't lost a game in 10 years.
Oh.
He's really, really good at chess.
That's amazing. There is a Netflix show called The Queen's Gambit, which is about a girl who's an amazing chess player. You should definitely go watch it. Okay, so we're done with the article, and now we have a what do you think question. And I will ask you the what do you think question of the day. How would you rank the Googling tips in terms of how useful each one is? Explain your thought process. So we were given a few. One's the quotations, one's the minus, one is the site, and one is using tools to organize things by date. So out of these four, what would you rate first, second, third, and fourth?
Interesting. Well, I don't know if we have time for all of that, but I think for general things, I'd place the quotes
Me too.
tip first because it will cut out a lot of things that are just on the topic, but not the thing that you are exactly looking for. Then I'd place the minus tip
Me too.
second, because you do often get a lot of results that you're not really looking for. And that's even when you're not using confusing words that mean two things or something like that. So I think the two that we learned in day one of the article are very, very useful.
I think so too. They're the most useful. And you know what? It's a challenge. You can go try to put all four tips in one search and see if you can get a more relevant and accurate and exact and particular search. And we will see you soon.
Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
好，下一个搜寻技巧很实用哦，就是在搜寻栏下方右侧啊有一个工具，这个连结把它点下去，你就会出现过滤器。然后你可以限定时间范围来筛选这个结果，像是你可以选说你要过去1小时内的最新资讯结果。那我自己呢，偶尔就会限定说，我只要繁体中文的搜寻结果就可以过滤掉简体字网页了。好，这2天课文教我们很多小诀窍，同学们可以自己试试看，让自己成为搜寻大师吧。好，那我们来看单字 link。Link 当名词，在这边它是指网络上的连结。那么 master 表示大师、专家。Mike 老师解释单字时用到 skilled， 在 skill 技巧后面加上 ed， 可以构成这个形容词，形容熟练的或是有技能的。那这边2个重点，我们进入文法时间。好，来看第一个重点是副词片语 best of all， 它就表示最棒的是怎么样怎么样。举例来说 ，The room is clean and cozy, and best of all, it has a beautiful view of the lake。那间房间又干净又熟悉，最棒的是啊，它有美丽的湖景。好，那么第二重点是 at the same time， 它表示同时，不过它也可以用来带出跟前面不同的陈述，或者是用来补充说明，去表达说然而怎么样，另一方面怎么样。那我们来造2个例句哦。Do you read and listen to music at the same time？ 你会一边看书一边听音乐，同时做这2件事吗？Pam was sincerely happy for her best friend, but at the same time, she couldn't help but feel a little jealous. Pam 啊，她是真心为她的好朋友感到高兴，但是另一方面，她又忍不住有一点嫉妒哎。好，那么以上是今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
What if you want results from one particular source, like a news website that you trust, and not from anywhere else on the web? Just enter your search terms as normal, leave a space, and then type site, followed by the site's web address. For example, to search the New York Times website for any mention of Taiwan, type the search string Taiwan site www.nytimes.com. Of course, all of these searches that have been mentioned so far would return older as well as newer results. But what if you only want the latter? Easy. Take a look under the search bar on the right-hand side. You should see a link for Tools. Click this, and a filter will appear that allows you to choose results from the past week, month, year, or from any time frame of your choice. And best of all, you can use all of these search methods at the same time. In fact, combining these tricks in a single search will ensure you get the most relevant results possible. So go on, give these techniques a try, and become a master of Googling.
Hi everyone, I'm Stephen.
And I'm Jamie.
We're going to play a game called Word Drop, where each of us has 3 words or phrases on these cards that we haven't looked at yet. You haven't seen yours, right?
No.
Okay, we haven't cheated. And we're going to try to work it into a conversation as casually as possible. So do you want to start the conversation?
How about you start?
All right, now let's start. Okay, so I have always been somebody who just doesn't really do things that everybody else does. Like when someone's like, the teacher is like, do your homework. I'm like, I'm not gonna do my homework. I'm gonna try to be somebody who's special, who's different. But then a lot of people are like, why can't you just be normal?
So would you say you hear that a lot still, or is it mainly just back in the day? Okay, you still hear it. And honestly, I think as you get older, I think it matters, fitting in matters less and less, I think, because we realize that everyone is so different and everyone's so unique. And I think you don't need to feel bad about who you are. You are a very special, very particular person.
Wow, I really like the way that you talk to people. Actually, whenever I watch Jamie play this game, I am in awe because I'm like, wow, everything she does, it just has like a really good flow. It's really logical. All the things that you say are very easy to understand. It's like glass. It's super clear.
Thank you. I think that's a compliment. I would say maybe it's just I've practiced doing improv or playing games kind of like this before. And if you want to practice, even though you're already very good, but if you want to practice or play games like this, I find that if you look online, you can find lots of games like this on the web.
I feel like Jamie is one of those people that will go home and then she will just practice and practice and practice. You probably practice word drop in front of a mirror just to make sure that you're super good at this game. It just makes it seem like you're really, really, really like a pro. I would just say that you're like the word drop master.
Wow, that's really nice of you to say. Thank you. But of course, you've been playing this game for longer than me, so I would imagine that you are actually better. You just don't pull out all the stops yet. But if you do want to play the games just for fun, I can send you the link for the website after this.
I would love that. So you really do have a website that you practice with.
Sometimes.
So, okay, all right. Stepping up your game.
Yeah.
See you next time.